Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a topic that completely redefines how we think about selling. We're looking at the core premise of avoiding misrepresentation in retail. But, here's the secret. We aren't just talking about dodging legal jargon or reading through boring compliance manuals. What we're really unpacking today is the ultimate guide, a real playbook for building long-term, unbreakable consumer relationships. Because when you strip away all that flashy marketing noise, absolute honesty is, without a doubt, the most profitable strategy a brand can deploy. This dress has magical slimming properties. Okay, we've all seen ads exactly like this, right? It's that classic, slightly ridiculous claim that just makes you roll your eyes. This right here is the perfect example of the quick sale trap. It's the heavily edited, filtered cosmetic photo that promises to erase 20 years of aging literally overnight. Sure, it might get a click, it might even get a hasty impulse purchase, but at what cost? We're going to see exactly how these exaggerated claims might win the battle for a split-second transaction, but they completely lose the war for customer loyalty. Because there's a stark contrast in how you can choose to do business. On one side, you have the quick sale. Built on hidden fees and manipulated visuals, it's basically a sugar rush, a fleeting thrill of a transaction built entirely on deceptive tactics. But on the other side, we have the long-term relationship, and this is built on uncompromising honesty. It yields loyal customers who return again and again. The quick sale might spike today's revenue, but building that long-term relationship is the enduring, profitable reality of earning real consumer trust. So here's the roadmap for our explainer today. We're going to build a step-by-step playbook for retail success. We'll start with Section 1, the quick sale trap. Then in Section 2, defining retail misrepresentation. Section 3 is the true cost of deception. And finally, Section 4, building long-term consumer trust. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the quick sale trap. Temptation in retail. So why do brands actually fall for the allure of instant deceptive sales? Well, the pressure to perform in a crowded marketplace is super intense, but giving into that pressure sets a really dangerous precedent. Let's break down exactly how these traps manifest out there in the real world. We have false claims, like our magical dress from earlier. We see exaggerated product capabilities. We constantly encounter manipulated visuals, like heavily editing a photo to falsely demonstrate a cosmetic product's effectiveness. And then perhaps the most universally frustrating one, hidden fees at checkout. I mean, think about how annoying it is to spend all this time shopping. You get to the final checkout screen and suddenly discover extra charges that were completely concealed. It just leaves a terrible taste in your mouth, doesn't it? Moving right along to Section 2, defining retail misrepresentation, the pivot. We really need to formally label these quick sale tactics for what they legally and ethically are. Here is the formal definition directly from our source material. Misrepresentation in retail is providing misleading or false information regarding products, services, or pricing to unfairly influence consumer behavior. So the absolutely crucial point here is the intent. The primary danger is the intention to unfairly manipulate the buyer. It's not just an accidental typo on a price tag, it's a systematic provision of false information designed to tip the scales unfairly in the retailer's favor. Which brings us to Section 3, the true cost of deception, breaking the bond. Let's examine the real-world damage caused when a brand chooses a quick buck over honesty, and just how fast the bond between consumer and retailer can shatter. I'll give you a perfect mini-story to illustrate this. Imagine a retailer promoting a children's toy, heavily marketing it as absolutely indestructible, right? A parent buys it, super excited to finally have a toy that will survive their kid. They give it to the child, and within an hour, it breaks. Well, what happens? It leads to immediate, visceral customer disappointment. That single exaggerated claim instantly erodes the brand's credibility. The trust is just gone. That parent isn't just asking for a refund. They are never coming back, and you can bet they're telling their friends to stay away too. Now for the playbook. Section 4, building long-term consumer trust, the 4 pillars. Now, what's really interesting about this is how steering clear of deception isn't just about avoiding trouble. It's the foundational pillar of brand loyalty. The whole solution structures itself around 4 pillars of trust. First up, upholding trust and credibility, which we literally just saw destroyed in our toy example. Second, ensuring informed decisions. Third, legal compliance. And fourth, fulfilling ethical obligations. Now, these aren't isolated concepts. They work together synergistically. By avoiding deceptive practices, a retailer naturally upholds integrity and builds rock-solid loyalty across all 4 of these vital areas. Let's zoom in a bit closer on that legal compliance pillar. Exposing the brand to legal trouble is a really harsh reality of deception. Misrepresentation frequently violates consumer protection laws, and this exposes retailers to huge risks, lawsuits, heavy fines, severe regulatory sanctions, the whole shebang. But I want you to reframe this for a second. Compliance is not a burden. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a vital protective shield for your long-term business health. It keeps the very foundation of your business completely solid.
Let's look at how this plays out ethically and practically. Think about an ethical grocery store. When a grocery store accurately labels its nutritional information, what are they actually doing behind the scenes? They're ensuring that customers can safely make choices that fit their specific dietary needs. It's a highly relatable, everyday scenario. Total transparency here actively empowers the buyer. Consumers rely on this information to live their lives, and when you provide it accurately, you foster a lifetime of absolute confidence and loyalty.
So, let's translate all of this into actionable steps. It starts simply. Provide accurate and transparent information. When you do that, you allow buyers to evaluate products based on their actual qualities. Because you've been upfront, you're successfully fulfilling your moral obligations, and ultimately, you're contributing to a fair, transparent marketplace where consumers can shop with absolute confidence. Treating consumers with this level of respect fundamentally shifts the whole dynamic. You're no longer engaging in a one-off transaction. You are entering into a lasting, mutually beneficial partnership. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Are your marketing claims building a quick transaction or a lifetime of trust? It's a simple question, but the answer dictates the entire future of a retail business. You have the playbook now. Avoiding misrepresentation isn't just about following the rules. It's about valuing the people on the other side of the register. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really challenge you to look at your own practices today and ask yourself that very question. Until next time, keep learning and keep building that trust.